Today we have a new entry with its name is Heroic Machine. Ciao Heroic, thanks for being with us. Here we talk about car design for students or for all passionate about car design. I'm telling you because you said I don't know what is this channel because it's your first time here. So here I give, as a professional car designer, design manager, tips, okay, to help young students. And if you are a young passionate about car design, then it will be also for you. And today the title of this live is I told you. Yeah, I told you, because I see still things happening in portfolios that look like some people don't listen to me. And you're welcome, Heroic. And I was talking today during my lunchtime with a colleague, another design manager, that just came back from a foreign country. After many years he was in that country working as a studio manager. Okay, so he has about 10 designers, between designers and alias modelers. And we were talking about portfolios, about students, about school. And he was just saying, and this guy is young, he does not have my age, he's young. And he told me, there's something I really don't understand. There are a lot of people that come to us, show their portfolio, and then at the end their portfolio, it's everything, it's just digital, lots of pictures. And when I ask, where is your hand drawings, your sketches, the way you think, I don't find them, because they say, no, but this is something from the old times. And that is wrong. I said many times, don't do that, because you are just killing your possibilities, to have a very nice portfolio. I would say a complete portfolio that goes from the very early research materials like sketches, concept choices and stuff like that, until the moment you will move on your projects to the virtual reality, the Photoshop, the illustrations and that stuff. So if you present a portfolio with 4, 5, 6 projects and they are only presented with the virtual digital stuff, mainly it's Photoshop stuff, you are just putting at high risk the opportunity you could have to get a job. And I know that some of your teachers in school or some other young designers that maybe are teaching or trying to teach on YouTube, or like I try to do, or in private, they tell you, no, don't worry, you have really to learn how to manage your Photoshop skills, and you will see that everything will be fine. I can tell you that this is not true. In the industry, in the big car design studios, I'm not talking about the small ones, but the big car design studios, when we receive portfolios and we look at them, and believe me, we go fast. As I said many times, we go fast. So we are looking especially to your freehand sketches, because it is with your freehand sketches that we can analyze, understand. Hey, ciao Patil. Yeah, it's a long time, I know. I'm sorry. So it is by analyzing those freehand sketches, the quality, the passion you put on your sketches, that we realize whether you really have that talent and that creativity that we are looking for. Okay? So here I am. I changed camera position. I hope you like it. So it looks more direct. Anyway, what is important is that your sketches, when you use your sketches in your project constructions and in your portfolio constructions, you have to put, of course, the best sketches you have, but it's not just the best sketches you have because they look good on paper. It's also those that have the the funky ideas, the different ideas, the ideas that maybe, I don't know, line surfaces, graphics that we hardly can see somewhere else, so that you can get in your portfolio, in that project, something that is very authentic about who you are in terms of creative designer, young designer. Ciao Alan, I'm fine, thanks. Thank you. Sir, can we send your URL works on Instagram? Anush, yes, you can send, but please don't send me 50 images. Send me only 1 or 2, and then you can send in chat, okay, on Instagram. I will look and I will answer to you with no problem. Does the same imply on making a bachelor entry portfolio for college? Yes, I am preparing on my private online courses a lot of students, okay, believe me, many, to be accepted in design schools. And I want to try to do something. There you go. And when I prepare those students in private, we have to have those freehand sketches, especially for the entry portfolio for school admission, because a school admission will give you the tools to become very good in Photoshop, alias modeling, and stuff like that. But it is only through your sketches and freehand sketches and the quality that you are able to produce in terms of skills, whether they are graphic skills, artistic skills, or creative skills, that they will judge that portfolio as a good one, and therefore you as a good person, you're a good potential student to be accepted in their school. Because their, how can I say, what they want in every school, it's always to make sure that they get the best students, so that the quality of the school goes very high, because all the students have a high quality. You know, that's the dream of every design school. Okay, so now another thing I would like to talk to you about is, what about those beautiful, big team projects at school, where the students all together, 15 students, 13 students, they make a full-scale model. You know, how many times did we see those on magazines, online, on Twitter, Instagram, you know, on websites, schools' websites, on auto design, and all other specialized magazines. And of course, I am the first one to say that project is something that hits, you know, it's like a punch, a positive punch in your eyes and in your brain. Because can you imagine a student that after 3 years or after 2 years of master makes a full-scale model, which even some designers sometimes take years to make? So this is very nice, I know. And everyone of your age is thinking, I'm so happy I'm gonna be at IED design school, because over there I will have the chance to make a full-scale model. Or other schools, you know, that also make this. Yes, like IAD, yes, yes, exactly. Now, there is one tricky part about that, and it's not only IAD, it's also IAAD in Torino, but also in other countries, you know, they make those full-scale models. But there is one thing very important that is very, very tricky, that can play a negative role against you. And this thing, you know, this thing is when you make the full-scale model, it is obvious that the 15 people don't make the exterior design or the interior design or the alias model or the real model. Because you cannot put 15 people doing the same thing. It's impossible. So it means that there will be probably a couple of guys. Sticky Omega, does everyone exterior project have to have mandatory interior sketches? Stickio, it's not really mandatory, but if you have a couple, okay, that will be very, very much appreciated. I can assure you. No, at the IAAD, no clay modeling. Yes. Anush, does it matter that from which college or design school we had graduated together work as car design? Anush, it matters a little, of course. But believe me, the most important thing is the portfolio. So if you have a good portfolio because you have a good talent, you can come also from nowhere school and you will get the job. Or you will be very close, you know, between the good ones to fight to get a job. So the most important thing I always say to everybody, of course, if you are in a very good school that maybe is also a very expensive school, you have more tools, you know, to train yourself. But if you have a very strong talent and you are able to learn quickly, like the best students in other schools, then it doesn't matter. Because what it counts at the end for me, that I am in the industry and I'm receiving your books, your portfolios, it's exactly your level. That's all. Okay, it's important that you have a diploma, something that will tell me that you completed a school. Because if you don't complete a school, it's very difficult to hire you in a big company. Because if you don't have the title, how can I hire you? You know, Bismarck, ciao, bonjour, ça va? I am back. Je suis de retour. Okay, so the school is important, but it's not 100% important. The most important part is your talent, your skills, and how you are able to make that final portfolio, you know, at the end of the school. And of course a diploma. Diploma is important. No diploma, it's almost impossible to get a job, especially in some companies. Agustin John, do you know Satya Seelan? No, I don't. He is the vice president of head of design at Ashok Leyland Truck. Yeah, I know the company, but I don't know him. Most people are in Saudi Arabia. Okay, cool. I know Pratap Bose, Pratap. I know him. Yeah. And I know also a few others that are also my colleagues. All right, so now let's come back to the question of the full scale, you know, the full scale model. Because when we make, or when you make this full scale model, when you will make that full scale model, to make sure that your portfolio does not suffer of the syndrome of who did that, who did it, you know, that's something important. Because the problem is that when we receive portfolios and we get that project that is the full-scale model, all the books we receive have the same photos, same pictures, the same alias model photos, the same illustrations for interior and exterior. So it is very hard for us to understand whether you did it or who is the one that really made them between the 14 people or 15 people of that team that made that project. Well, the best way not to get that problem is that you put your real exterior design sketches, your real interior design sketches, okay? Your real images that you made in Photoshop or that you made with the alias model, and you say it during your presentation, this is the project we did all together and those are the official pictures. But here you have my personal contribution. Because if you don't put your personal contribution, what does it happen? That we do not consider that project as an important project of your portfolio. Therefore, it's hurting your portfolio. So that's why I'm saying to everybody all the time, okay, I understand there is this fashion, we have to make full-scale modeling in school. to which I don't agree too much, okay? I have been head of transportation design department at IED for 11 years at the very beginning, so I know that why I don't believe in it. But anyway, today the fashion is that we must have this full scale model, okay? All right, business, it's business. Fine. But you students have to do something that makes sure that you are not hurt by this fact that you are in a big team, a lot of people, and at the end we don't know who did what. So I invite you, please, take your time, remember to make well all your sketches, all your design proposal for that project, even if it's different, and make a section of that project in your portfolio where you write, this is my personal contribution to the full-scale model project that we presented that day in the Tamil. Yeah, I know, because I was in Chennai. I think it's not that far, if I remember right. I want to study car design in Italy. All right, how to select college in Italy? What is the procedure for it? Okay, Alan, it's very important to understand one thing. First of all, what is your age? So please write down my age is, because that's important. Second, are you one of those that already are engineers? Or you are 18 years old and you are looking for a university? Because in my position, I always say to everybody, especially India, because in India there are lots of cases like that, don't go to engineering, go directly to do a bachelor in transportation design. You don't need to be an engineer to be a car designer, not at all. Therefore, if you are young enough, I suggest you strongly 22. Well, perfect. So if you do 3 years of school in bachelor, okay, to get your bachelor in transportation design, you will come out the age of 25. It's fine. So now in Italy you have two main schools. You have IED, okay, I write here, okay, you have IED, but you have also second school, which is this one, all right? Both of them are in Torino, in Turin, okay? I suggest you to go to check their websites, and both of them are good schools. The only difference between those two for bachelor is that IED has a clay model shop, okay? Not just clay, you can work also other materials. And that's something very valuable, very important. IAAD made the choice not to have it yet, okay? So that's the only difference, all right? Okay, I hope I answered to your question. All right, so do you have any other questions about the portfolio, about the fact of putting your freehand sketches? Okay. So do you make freehand sketches? First of all, you have to do it. If you are struggling, you can always ask me to teach you. I do online courses, okay? So if you need, you can contact me in chat on Instagram, and I will tell you. I have some openings in some days. I have some time slot that are available. So if you want, you can contact me. I will tell you how much it's gonna cost. Not too much, believe me. I am really cheap. And I can help you. I can prepare you. We can make a test of 2-3 weeks. So 2-3 times we meet for 2 hours in face-to-face via Google Meet. Okay, and I follow a program that was my program when I was a teacher. And believe me, you will learn. You will learn the line quality. You will learn perspective. You will learn how to use color, and you will learn the chalk technique. There are a lot of people asking me, how do you make those nice shading with your hands? That's the chalk technique I learned in America when I was at the art center. Yes, Heroic, you can add the 3D images of your virtual model. Yeah, in general we do that in a project, you have all those steps to respect. Okay, you have the sketches, the final sketches that give the design of what you will develop. Okay, so those are made in color, they are more nice. Okay, then you put your Photoshop illustrations, every view, and then the final model with photos of your model, that is a virtual model. And if you have the chance to have also a small clay model in smaller scale, then take very nice pictures and add that too, of course. All right, so okay, so let's go back. Now nobody is going to interrupt us. So this is marker, chalk, a little bit of gouache, okay, freehand. Everything you see, it's freehand, okay? Now, this is an illustration made with a pencil, okay? And this is, for example, a good example of an illustration you can put in the file with all the illustration sketches and stuff that you want to show at the end of your portfolio to show other stuff than cars, okay? You can do also things like this, a little bit strange, huh? This is creativity, huh? After all, okay? Then this is an exercise I made, I made for my student, because we were doing the cube, okay, in perspective, with all the shading, with the shadow and everything, and then from the cube, we transformed the cube into a product, okay? You can do also both design, you see? Trying to do with markers, very quick. Those are rough sketches, okay? So this is rough sketches. I prefer a pencil, to be honest. And then we have stuff like that, okay? That is done with color pencil, marker, gouache. Okay, on this one I did not put any chalk. And there is a video about this. You can find the video how I made this one here on YouTube. Okay, and this is a demo I made on YouTube, so you can find the video about this one. This is only marker, as you can see, only marker and a little bit of gouache. Very strong, very punchy. Then little rough sketches, very nice, like this one. You can see there is a sort of composition on page. And this is something that always, it's nice to have. Exercise about how we draw wheels and how we use a background, to give importance, more importance, and create a focal point on the sketch that we like the most, the key sketch. This is a rough sketch, okay? Thank you, Martin. And then there are some exercise of basic drawings, like this one. You see, you can see all the reflections. This is something I do with my students. All pencil. And then there is another exercise I do with the students, is how we draw a car using sections, so that we understand really well the three-dimensional part of the car, so that we understand also how to put the reflections on the car with the marker. And this is a typical example. Okay? And then there are marker exercises, like this one. Marker and chalk. This is chalk. Color chalk. Indigo blue. And then there are rough sketches. This is a rough sketch, you see? Explaining reflections and perspective. Then I show you two more rough sketches. This is a rough sketch, okay? So you can do something like this, rough sketch. Or like this one. You see, here you understand proportions, how the body section is of this car, okay? How you can use the pencil to make all the shading correct according to the theory of reflections and the shading, okay? All right. So, and then there are other exercises like this one, marker, chalk, and gouache to make a cylinder with its reflection. And this is the other type of exercise that I make with the students online. Now, one thing I want to explain, the students online, it's only one student at a time. It's not that there are 1, 2, 3, 5 students all together. On my online course, it's only one person at a time for 2 hours with me, okay? Those are made on photocopy paper, right? Yes, some of them, yes. Some others on marker paper. Canson marker paper. And here somebody said about the pen. This is made with pen, with cross-hatching technique. I put it a little bit closer so that you can see better the details. Cross-hatching technique, it's very important when you draw with pen, because that's the best way you can create the shading. Like this one. And here you can see there is a lot done about the background, because the objective was to take the car and put it into a background, put it into a scenario. And that's an exercise to show people that when we do the car, it's not just the car. It can be also, ciao Patricio, ¿cómo estás? Thanks. I saw your sketch. I saw your first model, Patricio. Patricio is an ex-student of mine that now it's in IED in Barcelona doing his first clay model. So how is life? Now I will show you something that is in color. So a little bit more sophisticated. Okay. This is like that. Marker. This is only marker and gouache. No, don't worry, Patricio. It's a pleasure. Then we have those two that you know. The top one, it's done with chalk and pencil and a little bit of gouache. The bottom one, this one, it's only pencil. There is a video of this one on YouTube. And this is basically a sort of a photorealism. You know, it's an exercise to learn reflections. And here there are other two cars, okay? The same car. But as you can see, different technique. The top is only pencil. And here it's with wait, there is a reflection. And here it's with markers and some gouache. Thanks, Heroic. This is blue pencil, the Renault 4. And this is the Bertone Lancia Stratos. So, this is a typical American car. Marker, and gouache. And then this is a typical exercise done with chalk, the black car. And as you can see, the black car has a lots of blue and violet in it. It's not just black. Okay, let me show you some other sketches that rough sketch. This can be considered a rough sketch. Blue pencil, dark indigo blue. Thank you, guys. Yes, I would like to start again, but on Tuesday I have so many meetings that end late, and therefore it's a little problem for me, to be honest. Some interior. Okay, so let me see if I can find some other sketches, funky sketches. So about this one there is a video on YouTube, and this one no. This is an illustration I made during a school presentation. Yes, the council one was done together, I remember too. Then look at this one. Very simple, but very strong in terms of, of design, proportion, a little bit of chalk, some marker, and that's it. Hey, Jacob, I used to teach in school for 11 years, a long time ago, in tree school, and now I do it only online. So, like a private course done in video, If you are interested, you can contact me on Instagram or write to me to my email, and I will explain to you how it works. Different type of perspective. Okay, so then let me find some other things that are fun to see. Look at this one. Okay, this is not design, this is just for fun. Looks like a very old Russian car of the 80s, 70s. Okay, Jacob, if you know me on Instagram, which is Luciano Bove 1 with the number 1, then you can just send me a message, okay, in chat, and I will send to you my email. My email is here too, in the chat here. You can scroll up and look for it, and you can write to me directly, okay? I show you some rough sketches. Look, rough sketches. A little futuristic small car. Electric city car. Those are ideas, and that's what I am asking from you in your, in your portfolio. Put ideas, and if you have lots of sketches, you can use and choose the best ones, and you will put them in your portfolio in the section where you put a collection of beautiful sketches that you have, a little bit of everything. Those were exercises I made also during my course online. Explain proportions, the type of perspective, and how we use the 3-value tone of blue to create depth and to show the 3-dimensional feeling of the car according to the sections of the car. Let me see, and then some funky stuff. You see? Sections and funky stuff. The blue, thank you, Heroic. The blue American car. Okay, I go and check it out. Wait, yeah, this one. This is on Canson paper, only color pencils. It was just an exercise to show how you can use a medium dark Canson paper and get really nice effects with the color pencils. Let me see, what can we find here? Yeah, I can show you some of the stuff that look a little bit rough, like this one. You see? The top one. That's a rough sketch. And at the bottom here, you have an explanation of what I'm doing. You can see some details. Thank you, Yash. And then scenarios. And this sketch, which I really love, which is a copy, this is a copy of a sketch of the real designer that made this in the late 60s in America. Very nice. And I really love this perspective. So I said, come on, Luciano, let's try it, you know. Then stuff like a little bit with the influence of Sid Mead. And those type of exercises are very important because you get creativity, you train your creativity, you think a little bit out of the box, you see? And that's also the exercise you should do. Like this one. Or this one, even better. This is one of my favorite. But I don't have the video about this one, I'm sorry. This is a demo I made for one of my students. It's marker, a little bit of chalk, color pencils. And this is the last one. There is a video here on YouTube, probably you saw it. With chalk, typical technique. Okay, so I have other sketches, okay, and I am preparing another, sketches portfolio. So there will be more to come. All right. Cool, great. You have to show that you have a heart and a head. Yeah, exactly. What is a portfolio? Portfolio is a part of you. And when you present your portfolio, we are trying to read through the portfolio how you are, who you are. And if we see that you care for your book, your projects, that you put passion, there is creativity, there is talent, then of course, I would say that 70% of that meeting for getting a job, it's done. Now, the 30 restant percent, it's the human factor, what I call the human factor, which means the way you behave, who you are, how you talk. Are you somebody that it's, I don't know, it's just... it's you, and that part has to go well with your skills, your creativity, with that 70%, because the total of both, it's 100%, which means you get the job. This video, okay? So I tell you, thank you very much for being here, and I see you very soon. When? I don't know. I cannot tell you exactly next week, but stick around. I am here. I'm not dead. Ciao. Thanks. Grazie.